Get the sense of that, okay? And what I'd like you to do is I'd like you to write it down. Like, if I could have anything as my life, what would it be? And if I could have anything as my future, what would it be? Because a lot of us are stuck in the past of things we haven't been able to do, or things that have hurt us, or places where we feel bad for hurting others. And what that does, it sticks you there. And when you start to make the choice to head forward to a future, things start to change really dynamically. And when you cognitively choose that and you're like, hey, you know what? Okay, my life has been whatever it's been up until now. I'm choosing something different from now on. Hello, beautiful people. This is Dr. Dane. Welcome to this installment of the Tour of Consciousness. What a great pleasure it is to be with you from the ranch. See? Ranchy stuff. And, wow, it's been a while. I'm sorry. Been a little busy. Doing stuff. Doing what I can to make people happy, change the world. So, what is the tool for today? Well, it's about actually creating your life. And if everything were possible for you, what would you choose? And so there's so many elements of this. It's a big topic, but let me give you a couple of things that may allow you to get started and maybe look from a different place. Now, I don't often ask people to do this, but I'm going to ask you to write a few things down, okay? And I'd like you to do it when you have a moment where you can explore. Hopefully not get interrupted. Of course, now that I said that, you're probably going to get interrupted just because you didn't want to be interrupted. We know how that goes. It's like the law of filming dynamics. Like if you're on a Zoom, for example, and normally the leaf blower or the person who cut your lawn comes by on Wednesday and your Zoom is on Tuesday, they will come by on Tuesday. Like, oh, sorry, didn't realize. By the way, sorry about the sun. There's not really a way of getting into no sun, so hopefully you can still see my face. But so first thing I'd like you to write down is, if I had a magic wand and could create anything as my life in the next 5 years, and have it be anything, what would it be? And where a lot of us start is we're going to start with things like, the whole Zoom dynamics thing, I was talking about the wind. There's so much wind because I started filming and now the wind came up because I'm filming. If I turn the camera off, there will be no wind. We know how this works. Anyway, ADHD, big time. So what you want to do is you want to write down and get the sense of, if I had a magic wand and could have my life be anything in the next 5 years, what would it be? And a lot of times we'll start with, well, I would have this much money and I would have this kind of house and I would live this place. Okay, well, you could write all of those things down if you wanted to. But what I'd like you to do is I'd like you to get the energy. I'd like you to get the sense of it, the way it would feel to wake up living that. As you walk through your day and things actually got lighter and it's like miracles kept happening. And you're like, whoa, I don't even know what's going on. My life is so amazing. Get the sense of that, okay? And what I'd like you to do is I'd like you to write it down. Like, if I could have anything as my life, what would it be? And if I could have anything as my future, what would it be? Because a lot of us are stuck in the past of things we haven't been able to do, or things that have hurt us, or places where we feel bad for hurting others. And what that does, it sticks you there. And when you start to make the choice to head forward to a future, things start to change really dynamically. And when you cognitively choose that and you're like, hey, you know what? Okay, my life has been whatever it's been up until now. I'm choosing something different from now on. And what that does is it makes you aware of those choices that are available that you never saw before, because you weren't functioning from looking at creating your future. You were functioning from somehow trying to get there without ever actually asking for it, without ever really getting in touch with it and getting in touch with the energy of it and allowing yourself to go in that direction. It sounds really simple, but it can be very effective. One of the other things that can actually really help is to write your eulogy. What's the eulogy? Well, when they're up there at the funeral talking about the person, the dearly departed, nearly dearly departed, that's the eulogy. What would you like people to say about you and the effect that you've had on them and the world? I did this many, many, many years ago, and it spoke to so many things. And I went back and read it recently, and it was like, whoa, wind. Sorry, trying to get out of the wind. Here, that, hey, let's cut a little bit so I can try to make not wind noise. How about that? How you doing? Good to see you. Okay, all right, good. Plus, I think aesthetics-wise, it's very nice. Now it's not just me in the center of the frame. Now it's like different angle, that kind of thing. Okay. Yeah, I got a weird brain. Not my fault. So, if you write the eulogy, what that will do is that will give you a sense of the impact you would like to have. And every single one of us has an impact on those around us, even if we don't acknowledge it. And also, even if we've been told that that impact is somehow a bad thing or a negative thing, I'm going to say you're far greater than you think you are, far greater than you've given yourself credit for. And so if we could begin with the awareness that everything is possible, then the next question is, how do we get there? And this is just the beginning of how we get there. Getting a little clearer in your world so you're more energetically congruent. So rather than you kind of being like, oh, maybe that, maybe that, maybe that. Once you do this, you're going to start to have a better sense of what is actually true for you. And this is what I'm interested in. And this is also, though, where life gets really exciting, when you start to have a sense of what is true for you and the sense that, okay, I'm actually going to go there. I'm actually going to do this. And a lot of people have never taken this very simple step. Thank you very much for being in the world. And what if you truly being you, with a sense of the future you would like to create as yours, are the gift, the change, and the possibility this world requires. You are. I thank you very much for being in the world. I thank you for watching. And if this video helped, please like, please subscribe so people can find it. Thank you. Bye-bye.